inside. The old gods granted me a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping the magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are we are
I don't know about this mysterious stranger. How do we know we can trust him?
Regardless of his offer, we're already headed to the city of Warkeep.
We were?
Yes, I spent the majority of the last year in that city and in disguise. The city will not have changed much, which gives us the upper hand, and I know right where that orb is. I can help with any Eastern culture issues while we are there. The samurai in that city are like gunslingers, constantly looking for a one-on-one fight.
What's a gunslinger?
I apologize. It's slang for a bygone era in a place called Boot Hill. Basically, they are attempting to gain fame from successful one-on-one duels. Yes, one-on-one duels are legal in the city of Warkeep.
Does that mean if I hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker, I'll get in trouble? But if I just hit a motherfucker, I won't?
Basically, yes. A bit more to it than that. There must be a challenge, an acceptance of that challenge, and a witness. Destroying public property is frowned upon as well.
So magic missile is preferred over fireball?
Either, as long as it only harms your victim and doesn't destroy property.
Well, I don't trust this mysterious stranger. I will have my children take a look into finding as much intel as possible.
You have children?
With the birth pains of building this guild, I consider each one of my assassins my child.
Okay, it just kind of had that Loth vibe for a moment.
So which one of us is going to touch the orb?
I'm not fucking touching it. The orbs would take me over.
It's made for any warrior profession that also possesses magic. Like paladins, anti-paladins, and rangers.
Is it just sitting there, or does someone have it?
Yes and no. It's kept in a sacred underground location just outside the keep itself. A place called Aeon Zuul, which is located directly below the temple of Tiamat. Only the most sacred of hierarchy are allowed in that place.
Guys, I just got a telepathic message from Mal. He said he and Tuffy's research uncovered that all the orbs are accessible by all the gods involved in their creation, but only when close to their centers of power. Well, fuck me. Yeah, I experienced that in Warkeep. Does that mean we have to leave the orbs behind on this mission? Then again, Tiamat told me we were allies.
The meaning of allies does not extend to every aspect of one's perception.
As long as we don't use them for divination, it shouldn't matter, right?
Wrong. If you use any power from the orb in Warkeep, she will know it, and our job is not to be seen, but to sneak in, steal the orb, and leave unseen. This city is not much different than, say, Monarch, save for the laws. But we still have to sneak in another way without using the gates. Never leave or enter the city through their main gates. Other gates inside the city are fine to pass through.
I assume it's magical protections against enemies.
Precisely.
So where should we leave the orbs? Is it safe to leave them all in one place?
I guess that depends on where you leave them. Transporting directly within the city can be dangerous and will draw attention. We will come down the northwest path called Darken Road. The place we are headed to is in an inn and a tavern called the Roost. It is the headquarters for the Phantoms, an underground resistance. Problem is, they don't remember me. So, we'll have to gain their trust. These disguises should work, but if we go out in daylight, we risk being recognized. So, we will need to do all this at night. Let's go get this orb. After breaking the curse of the mirrors, our heroes return home with mixed emotions. Recent events, a veiled reality of a mirrored Warkeep, were over. But now the real Warkeep and the Bitch of Pain appeared on the horizon still. Some of them were now beings of paradox, caught in a river of prophecy. On a side note, since Mal and Tuffy died within the Warkeep, they were able to live 15 days within the longer timeline. And when the spell was broken, they were in the nest, immune to the effects of time. So they retained 2 weeks of knowledge. But with the magical quest spells on both of them to see the return of the Elder Gods, they decided to go to the Temple of Nira and the library within to intensify their research on the orbs and the hidden ancient temples. Those temples were attached to each of the orbs. The orbs, like keys, unlocked the temples and continued the prophecy. Zira would order Havoc to deal with the orcs under her command, and she would also ask him to find the location of the orcish sisters of the House Sheeklak, those responsible for the death of her father and the turmoil and discourse within the orcish society. Myra would travel to Monarch with Gorgain and Hedda, with a royal order to free her sister Bella from the dungeons. Having returned to Lily's apartment, the party encountered the mysterious stranger. A being cloaked in secrecy. No one knew who he was. The party's last encounter with him involved a deck of many things, and Myra had drawn a card that made her the owner of a stronghold within the ethereal plane itself. a place to which she had yet looked for as issues and missions had come about. The stranger told the party that if they went to Warkeep and retrieved the orb, not for him, but to simply do it, he would allow each of them to draw from the deck of many things, one which he held that had no negative cards left in it. Having a year's worth of knowledge, Gordon knew where the orb was located. And by Gordon's request, Lord Brahm, the king's uncle, who had training and knowledge and knew Eastern customs, would be accompanying them. As our heroes sat in the den, there in Lily's apartment, Erez began to play the song that Mac had sent her, Out of Time. To her surprise, Gordon began to sing it. Much had changed in him, she thought. But this I like. Welcome back to Original GM. This is our 10th episode. Had quite a run of it. We've been having a great time. Might I say it's good to see the two of you again, and you're looking quite beautiful. Got some good energy, kind of feeling home and hearthy. Cold outside, so our last episode was quite the thing. So Bahamut and his birth caused some huge explosion of light that reached you guys, and you guys were, I'd say, about 50 miles away from where it was. And Erez, you did not see it or sense it because the nest doesn't have any windows.
Okay.
You were unaware of anything that happened. You were in there with Mac and Falcon and some of the other party members writing your new song about the birth of Bahamut, I guess. I don't know what it is about, but she's writing that song, so she doesn't notice any of it. She's distracted with what she's doing. But when we left, you guys noticed it.
Zira and Lily.
Zira and Lily, we were in Lily's apartment in the den, and it came washing over you guys through the windows and over the wall outside on the keep. You saw it. Does it remind you of anything?
Yes.
About a year and a half ago or so, there was an explosion of bright light that came from the east. Came and washed over Beacon and everything in sight. Shortly thereafter, there was an explosion of darkness that did the same thing. About a year and a half ago. You don't know what it means, but this white light was identical to that one that came from the east. So, for whatever that's worth, White Rabbit and Bella come running down the stairs. What was that? What was that? You know, kind of shocked. And Rabbit's like, this has happened before, he says. I remember.
I'm not really sure what happened the last time. Or if it was the same thing, but this time it was the birth of Bahamut. The good god of dragons.
Gordon nods and smiles. He says, we have succeeded. We allowed Bahamut to be, and I have to quit saying the other one's name. We've allowed him to come first, as far as I know. As you guys are sitting there talking about that, a wave of darkness comes over Beacon, and you see it through the windows just like the light. You can feel it's an energy that of darkness and not good, like it's an evil presence with it as it passes over. Bahamut was the same way, but was good. So you're pretty sure she's been born now too? So as you sit in Lily's apartment, huh?
Nothing, go ahead.
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
What does that mean? Like, what do we do? What do we...
The waterfall is flowing over there off against the wall, and the fireplace is going, and it seems very restful, until that happened, and then you're like,
Zero would say we should probably go tell the others what's going on.
Okay.
There's no windows in the nest, so everybody else is in there. They'll wanna know.
So you want to go through the secret door over by the
Yeah.
kitchen there by Myra?
Yes.
Okay. Right, you guys do that, and you guys head over into the nest. You come into the first area or into the rest. Yeah, the nest. You come into the first area that's got the the statue of Tarnak in front of you, and all the decor is rustic and very different than the other side. Very welcoming here, where kind of bright. Whereas the other portion of the nest is not that way. As you walk in, this is what you see. You come through this door over here, over on the wall right there. Eris is on the stage. She's playing some music with Mac and Falcon, and it seems very attached to what just happened. That's the kind of music that you feel it's attached to that, and so they play it as you guys are walking in. Lily, you want to sit over here where you normally sit?
Yeah, I would have taken Bella with us
Okay.
and told White Rabbit that I have an idea. I'm gonna keep her with me for a while, but I'll let you know.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. There's Bella right there. So I'm just gonna kind of, zoom in where you're at, Lily, here, and she'll probably just sit between you and Myra for now. Tatalda's over here with Mal. Tuffy's right here in this chair. And the three of Bards are over there. Gordon and we'll come over and sit over here by the bar, which Hedda and Havoc are over here, and then Gorgane's sitting over by the front door.
Yeah. I'll sit there too.
And the rest, of course, is sitting over here in the corner. You sit there, Zira?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to Tatalda's song. Or not Tatalda, I'm sorry. Eris' song. White Rabbit, he comes in and listens too. He sits down right there. Not sure why he was coming in. Yeah, and so it's, I don't know, maybe around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. So Bella's like, what's up?
Can you give me just a moment?
Yeah. She looks over at White Rabbit, and White Rabbit's not looking at her. He's just looking over at Eris.
Right. I'm gonna telepathy my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to get in character.
Hey Mom, are you busy?
Oh dear, it's so good to hear from you. How are you?
I miss you so much.
I miss you more.
It just never stops. It's one thing after the other.
Well, your father raised you for this.
You did.
Yes.
I have a huge favor to ask of you.
Come ask me. You know we don't talk about things over telepathy, dear. Not important things anyway. Just come see your mama. I'll have some food ready. Bring your friends. Unless you just want to come by yourself.
Well, I have a child that I want to talk to you about, and I can't really do it in front of her.
There's a pause. Is this my grandchild or another child?
Another child. It's
Very well. What about this child?
Do you remember Myra?
Yes.
Brought her several times.
Yes.
We just got her sister from Monarch. She's about 14 years old.
Oh, dear goddess.
I don't know. I've had a couple of different ideas, but I'm not comfortable with leaving her under my assistant's care.
Your
Yeah.
assistant?
White Rabbit? Do you remember him?
Oh, yes, dear. No, do not leave that young child with that boy.
Right.
Yes, I agree with you. You're wanting me to help? You're wanting to bring the child here?
Yeah. What I would like to do is require her to pick a school of whatever she's interested in.
You would like me to finish raising this child, is what you're saying. So, what happened to this child's parents?
When they were children, their father gave Bella to some bandits that came through raiding in exchange for sparing their lives. And by the next morning, Myra was sure that her sister was dead, raped, eaten, whatever, all the things. And so she killed her father. And I know.
Can't see her, you're telepathy, so, but yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then I guess Bella escaped from the bandits and came back there.
To find her dead father
Yeah.
and mother.
Yeah.
Was her mother dead too? No?
No, I think that Bella killed her mom.
Oh,
I know.
so you're asking me to raise a murderer?
I don't even know.
What am
I know.
I will have to think on this, dear.
I know it sounds crazy.
I will have to think on this and let me talk to your father.
If you have any other ideas, that would be open.
A child as troubled as that could be a lot to handle, and it could be dangerous for me.
She's so sweet, it didn't even occur to me that that might be.
Yes, I understand.
A thing. It sounds so much worse saying it to you.
Yes. I will speak to your father. Give me a moment. Give me a little bit.
And if the answer is no, I will not.
Dear,
be angry.
we'll figure something out. Okay. We're here to help. We'll figure something out.
Thank you, Mom.
Of course. So, the song's over, and you see everybody in here.
Nice.
Tatalda's over there talking to Myra about her sister.
we're all pretty spread out, so just talking like we're talking now, they wouldn't be able to hear.
Probably not, you know, unless they're within 20 feet of you, and then you
Right.
can hear noise. But no, you're all in different places. Meanwhile, Falcon and you know, Mac are with you on the stage right here, and they're you know, they're happy that you guys just got to jam out a little bit. They're, you know,
Nice.
like the song. Like, that was different.
I know.
Came out of the ether.
I guess so.
I'm glad my beat matched. It smells. It's good to be back on stage.
It is. We should have a concert soon.
You should.
Plan something.
Falcon's like, yeah, are you gonna be here long enough for it?
She'll just kind of, she won't answer. She'll just.
Okay. Tuffy claps, you know, when you get through the song. He's like. Meanwhile, you see Myra and Tatalda talking, and Lily kind of over there with them. Gordon and Zira across the bar, and you see Hedda over there, and you also see White Rabbit. He's clapping as well to your song, and then he would leave.
He's just a fan of the stick.
Yeah.
Zero would telepathy the party since we're all spread out and be like, so include, you know, everybody in Lily's. So we were just sitting in Lily's apartment, and there was a flash of bright white light that came through the windows, and a flash of darkness. I think that means that Bahamut and Tiamat were born. Both of them.
Would make sense.
So we succeeded. And so did they. So.
I don't think we have. I don't think they made it happen. I think it just happens.
When one comes, the other one does.
Mm-hmm. But of course, you saw there was a time in between, and I'm sure that was very important for him. Gordon says that. We succeeded.
We did.
You know, the quest that was upon us, on me and a few others, is gone.
Yeah, my quest is gone too.
We don't have it anymore. Even if you still have the orb, you don't have it.
Gone.
Interesting.
Same.
Free to do what you want after 4 months.
So what do you guys want to do?
I'm trying to take care of this kid. What I'm working on.
Tatalda says to you and Myra, if you have no other options, I will take her.
I'm waiting to hear back from somebody.
Because she hears, you know, you're telepathy, all of you are telepathy together
Yeah.
in response to your.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon telepathy's just to Zira, and he goes, there's those fucking sisters.
That's an idea.
You say that to everybody, Lily. And Myra's like, what did your mother say?
She's talking to my dad.
I can understand their trepidation. She looks over at her sister, and she looks so innocent, just, you know.
Like she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah.
It's different when your life is in danger.
So what do we know about the sisters?
Say that to Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
They're up north past the caves of chaos.
So
in the blood band territory,
didn't
in your father's territory.
yeah, didn't Clips say that they own that restaurant that's in Warkeep
Yes.
as well? So they could be there.
Immortal Wounds. It is a...
They copied the name of our fucking Adventurers Guild?
No,
No?
no. It's not Immortal Wounds.
Oh, Mortal Wounds.
It's Immortal Wounds.
Oh, I gotcha. Bitches. Oh, that makes her so mad. She is so mad. Oh my
The Mercenaries
God.
Guild Mortal Wounds in Beacon, you know, is real close to you right now from where you're at. Your guys' money maker
Mm-hmm.
for years. Yeah, but this is called Immortal Wounds. And it is a gladiatorial type contest setting with dinner and drinks involved. And they own it. I'm not sure how you'd want to get their attention, but I know that if we start fucking with them, you're fucking with Mammon.
Mm-hmm.
So we might as well just decide that's what we're doing before we start and go at it that way instead of go at it just after the sisters.
Right.
I mean, they've taken a lot of different steps to come against us, but they didn't go to war against you. They aren't coming to destroy you. So I think everything that they do is for profit. That's for profit and power. They don't really want us to have to mess with them. Basically, I'm saying they'll leave you alone from here on, I'm sure. Unless, of course, Mammon asks them not to. I don't know how deep your vengeance is for the murders of your father, but I'm sure it's pretty deep. King of the Orcs was not necessarily good or bad, but at least he wasn't them. And I'm sure the Orcish people that live in the Bloodband range and territory are following her just like yours, following them just like yours are following you. Some of them will probably be slaves, however, or not willing or whatever it may be. Yeah. There's about 7,500 of them, and you have about 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a long way away, so killing the sisters you may entitle you to be the true queen of the orcs in the north. You may gather them all together, or those that would come once you've defeated them.
A lot to think about.
Yes.
Yara told me she needed an army, and 5,000 isn't very many.
So you want to build an army.
That's what she told me to do. It's not me. She'd look at him real serious.
I wonder what that's for.
Me too. I'm not asking. She'll kind of
He nods.
smile.
Yeah.
Nope.
Your mom fletters you back. This is your father would like to meet the child.
We're at the nest.
Very well. We'll be there shortly.
Nice. You're coming too? Nice.
So, Gordon telepathies everybody. So there's the sisters. We could go after them. That is an option. The other option is Lily's little necklace. Whatever ship that goes to could be very useful.
It goes. Remember that ship that was shipwrecked?
Yes.
Outside of the working?
Yes.
It's that one. That's it.
The name of that ship is the Miss Fitzgerald.
Do you know who it belonged to?
Ella.
Who?
Ella.
Ella?
Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Is she not with us anymore?
Oh, I don't know about any of that. As Gordon Lightfoot, I just know that the ship was the Ella Fitzgerald.
Huh. Interesting. I would think, since I found the necklace in a room in an inn, locked in a secret compartment, I would assume that the person did not leave it there on purpose. Like, anybody could have found it. It wasn't.
Right. Did you? Well, we didn't ask them. The Phantom's bartender who stayed in there before you.
I forgot.
Or it could have been there for a long time. Who knows?
I wonder how long that ship has been shipwrecked there.
A few months. About 3 months. Makes sense. I know it might seem like I'm not telling you everything I know. That's not the truth. It's just, that's all I know.
And things are different now.
They are. I know that there are shark people out there.
Shark people?
Yes. Intelligent sharks that are. The term lycanthrope has been used. Like they are like a werewolf, but a were-shark. They're all along the coast, and evidently they have a stronghold or a city somewhere around where that ship is, but deeper. There's a shelf there that cuts off and goes deep. They're way down there. But they do come up.
What you think? Could be fun.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah. My mom and dad are on their way.
About that point, they start walking in. They look around. Gorgang greets them.
When her mama walks in,
Mhm.
Zero will take her cloak and put it over her hand.
Okay. She'll cover the undead hand
She will.
from Lily's mama.
She will. Oh goodness, I don't want to have that conversation.
You might get fussed.
Yeah, I'd be the one person who could bust Zero.
So they wave at everybody, and
I'll stand up.
they come over to you, over to the table over here where you're at. Right here.
Grab my mom and give her a big hug and kiss on the cheek.
Okay. She gives you a hug back and nods at Myra and everybody. She'll wave over at Ares and Zira and to tell the hi dear, Myra. She nods at Myra. She doesn't say hello, she just nods. Your dad seems to be looking at the kid, and he's staring at her, and he's like, hey. He gives you a hug. Your father, the very regal elf that he is, conservative and all of that, you're not sure how he's going to react to this situation. You just don't know. Your mom usually is the one that would be like, yeah, I'll do whatever. but she was a little leery too, so you're not sure how this is going to go down. You can feel that there's a tension in the air. Your father looks at you and he goes, your mother and I would like to sit down. Should we go to another table?
I will get up, or I'm standing up. I'll
Okay.
say, come on, let's go. I'll just sit over here and we'll go to the corner where everybody can fit.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bella, Myra, you and your mom and dad. Okay. So your mom and dad, just imagine them over here with you.
Okay.
You're sitting here and they're your mom and then your dad.
Okay.
You guys sit down. Your father grabs some elven wine from underneath the thing and puts a glass up and pours himself some.
Mm.
And he looks at your mother and he's like, and she's like, no, dear, thank you. She goes, so introduce us to your friends.
This.
They're your friend.
Well, you remember Myra.
Of course, Myra. Myra's like Mrs. Thistlebriar.
And this is her sister Bella.
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 And Bella just smiles and kind of looks at him and nods. She doesn't seem to be scared or anything like that.
This is my mother and my father.
She looks at him. She goes, it's nice to meet you. They say, so, did you just get here? You see Bella go, yeah, not too long ago. Where did you come from? Bella stops and kind of looks over at you, Myra.
Tell the truth.
Monarch from the dungeons. Your mom goes, well, have you eaten, dear? And at that point your father goes, well, let's not just play like we're all going to hide lies from you. You're an adult now, it would seem. If you have the ability to commit murder for self-defense or any other reason, then your mind is something that must be treated differently. You need a place to live, I hear. She just kind of looks shocked. What the fuck? And turns and looks at Myra, and Myra goes, listen. And she's like, this is news to me. I didn't know that. At that point, your mom goes, dear, what we can do for you is give you a home. We can feed you, we can get you schooling in whatever forms of skills that you wish to progress in. A friend of Lily's is a friend of ours. You see your father, when she starts saying that, you see his left hand clench, like, but he doesn't say anything. He just sits there.
Mm.
And your mom says, come here, dear. And Bella walks over to her and she says, everybody deserves a second chance. Everyone. She turns and looks at your dad. And sometimes we start life in a rough way. And it can make life very rough for us later. I'm here to help you get through that. And what we're going to do is have a good time. Have chocolate cake in the morning, have all kinds of good food, learn all kinds of new things, meet all kinds of new friends, people your age. It's what you need, dear. You cannot go on the road with Myra and Lily. She kind of looks down and you see she starts getting tears in her eyes. And she runs over to Myra and hugs her, puts her arms around her. And Myra's like, it's okay, it's okay. It's not like we're gonna be not coming and seeing you, not talking to you. As a matter of fact, we can get you telepathy so that we can have a conversation if we need to.
And my parents is always my first stop when I get to town.
She's just nodding, just crying, holding Myra, and Myra's just looking at me like, oh goodness, what do I do?
I'll get up and walk over there.
Okay. All right. Your parents stand up and your father says, we will be at the house when you're ready.
Thank you so much.
He nods and quickly drags your mother. Not he doesn't yank her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just walks and she goes with him. And you can tell there's a tension. There's gonna be a conversation there. You know your mom's gonna win.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be a conversation.
She decided without him.
She did.
She
She did.
You can tell.
And they leave.
I'll put my arm around Bella
Okay.
and I'll tell her, I know that you're scared, but you couldn't ask for two better people to not only make sure that you're safe, but to help you become whatever it is you want to become in life. You have a very unique opportunity to carve your future that a lot of people don't ever get.
She just starts drying up her tears and try not to look you in the eyes while you're talking to her. While she's wiping her tears away. Myra's like, you are going to go to a good place. It's going to be a better place than anywhere we could offer you right now. She's like, why can't I just stay in the apartment? White Rabbit's there.
It's not always there.
Well, you can give me rules where I don't leave, or I can only do this and that at this and that time. Why do I have to go? She looks over at you. She's like, why do I have to go with them? I'm not. I don't know. She looks at Myra, can't we just talk about it? And Myra's like, this is us talking. So, Myra looks at you, she goes, are you ready to go there? No.
I want her to feel safe and cared for.
She turns and looks at you, she's like, I like your apartment. I like it.
But you would be alone.
Not always. I could go to college. I could go do something. I could pick up a skill. I mean, if you let me.
I would love for you to do all those things.
Give me a chance, she says.
It's really up to Myra. It's really not up to me. I'm just trying to give you the best opportunity and option for your future.
Myra looks at her, she's like, if we set rules down, you do exactly what you're supposed to do? And she's like, yeah. And she looks at you.
Telepathy to Myra?
Yeah.
You really want her to become an assassin for Tatalda?
She turns and looks over to Tatalda and she goes, what does that have to do with her staying at the apartment? You think that's what she'll choose?
I don't know.
Can Ares hear any of this? No?
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
roll your hear noise, you're close enough that you can kind of hear it,
Can I
yeah.
try to ease
Now, what she just said was telepathy, so you didn't hear that, but I'm talking about the rest of the stuff.
Right.
And you really didn't hear noise at the time, but you could. I'll allow it.
You give it to me.
it's
See if I
pretty
make it. No, I didn't make
hard
it.
to make it. So,
I didn't make it. It's all good.
that's fine.
I don't know her. You know her. I don't know what she'll choose.
Well, Taya girl.
Taya's got an opinion.
She got an opinion. Myra's like, well, I guess let's just give her a chance. She's already grown up more than she's supposed to. Let's just give her a chance. We'll try it.
It's your call. It's your sister. I'm just trying to help.
We'll try it. I will thank your parents and tell them. So she has to talk with Bella, and she hands her a ring, and you recognize it as one of the old telepathy rings, the old ones. And she puts it on, and Myra looks at her, and you can tell they're talking. You look on the table, and there's a full glass of elven wine sitting there that your father did not drink.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
I can grab it and fucking chug it.
Okay. It's so good. Oh, it's wonderful. Lily's like, it tastes so good. Gordon looks at his ear and he's like, so, have you gotten any more messages?
One.
What did it say?
Well, two, actually.
Two.
Two. The first one was talking about you having to make a gut-wrenching decision involving the sacrifice you had to give to Tiamat. And the second one was you saying that you chose yourself instead of the kids.
So that's where you're at.
Why?
They start to grow dark from there. You're like, they were already dark.
They were.
You what?
Already
What?
dark.
What?
What do you mean?
Things began to be more focused for me.
I want to be able to answer you. Just look at him and that kind of sigh. She's like, I tried.
He looks down, he's like, then answer me.
I
Tell
tried.
me. Tell me. Answer me. I wish I would have got an answer then.
It doesn't change anything now, though.
No, it does not. But it might help with what we're all going to be going through. I can tell you that it gets worse. It gets to the point to where I stop. Because what would be said to you should not be said to you. And I'm glad we're in a different timeline, but I know the things I know now. I used Render, and he pats his blade, more times than I've used my bow in your presence.
Goodness.
And you know, Render, he gave you the name of the blade.
He did.
Tells you
He's
it's
never told me the name of it before.
Tells you it's Render.
It's clever. The name. She doesn't say that. I'm saying that. It's
Yeah.
clever. It's clever. Anyway. What was the last thing he said? That he's used Render
He used
more
it
times?
more times than he's used his bow in your presence, which is a lot.
Yeah,
So-
that's hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah. He looks at your hip and he's like, I do believe you got something very similar that you don't use that often. Maybe it's time to start using that.
Yeah.
Use the power that you have, yes. That's what I'm doing.
It doesn't hold them like yours does. But yeah. It's different.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
can either, so the way that mine works, and she'll just tell him, she'll just be straight up with him. The way that mine works is if they're killed by the flame of Nira, then it sucks their soul into the blade. And I can either absorb it into myself or I can give it to her.
Hold on, that reminds me. You telepathy's Lily.
Hmm.
Do you have that bag of coins still?
Yeah, you want it?
Yeah. It's memorabilia, he says.
That reminded him. Goodness, where did those fucking coins come from?
I'll pull it out, set my glass down and pull it out, and I'll start to walk over where he's at.
Okay.
As I do, I want to telepathy to Erez. Hey, Boo.
What's up?
Falcon is trying to get White Rabbit to help him gamble.
Falcon?
Falcon. And I told White Rabbit that I would take care of it, but I thought maybe you would
goodness.
want to instead.
Oh goodness. I didn't do anything about Falcon gambling. It was Jeffrey that I said wasn't allowed to gamble.
But you've heard that they were all cut off, like the whole band, her whole band.
I'll tell her that. I said, as far as I'm aware, Jamal cut your whole band off from gambling because of the issues with Jeffrey.
She would laugh.
That he has banned them from doing it, and that's why, I'm sure that's why he's trying to get White Rabbit to do it, but he was super uncomfortable. Like, I almost didn't get him to tell me what the hell was wrong. Like, I had to badger him to get him to tell me what was going on.
In your telepathy, that as you go past the stage in front of Eris and them and
Yeah.
Falcon and them, and you nod at Falcon, he looks at you with a big smile. He's like, "Hey," and you're like,
Hey.
"Hey." Buddy.
So
All right.
Lion ass.
I'll telepathy Tuffy, Era as well,
Okay.
and be like, "Hey Tuffy, can you tell?" So I heard something.
He gets up and he walks over to the stage.
goodness.
Walks up to you.
Even though she telepathied him.
Yeah. Yeah. He smiles at you.
She'll smile at him and she'll continue to telepathy him
Okay.
and be like, "I was told,
Are you looking at him though?
yeah,
You're looking at him. Okay.
I was told that gambling is a disease. Is that true?"
So that is a deep philosophical,
Can it be
social,
cured?
and existential conversation. It depends on each individual, personally, in my belief, but I don't know for sure. I have heard that before, and I have heard that, if you cure disease on someone, they stop gambling. I also hear that if you cure disease on them for drinking and various other things, they stop. So, but some may not. I don't really know. I haven't studied that. You're saying this in your head.
Can you tell if somebody has a disease without casting on them? Without them knowing it? They're just sitting there staring, looking at each other in the middle of the fucking mess.
I don't think so. I mean, there
No?
might be, but
Okay.
I'm not aware. I mean, you can do, if they're not watching, you can do it, but they're gonna know,
Right,
that
of course.
a spell took effect on them somehow.
Okay.
Especially if they have any diseases, they're gonna know. Somebody got some kind of contagious disease, or is this like about addiction of some sort, like gambling? What
let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
She'll just start at the beginning, and she'll be like, "Okay, so you remember Jeffrey
Yes.
when we
Chaucer.
met him?" Yes.
He shakes his head.
When we met him in Monarch, we met him. He was walking down the street completely butt naked because he gambled everything he owned away. Right? So we clothed him. It did the thing. And so when we got back here, like right before we left, I went to Jamal. I wanted to do something nice for my band members. So I went to go put money in their accounts, right? Because I know that they're struggling with money, this and that. It's not really important. Jamal told me that Jeffrey had debts from gambling.
Oh goodness, really?
Yeah,
In the Thieves Guild? The
Yeah,
underground?
and so I paid him off for him, just trying to do a nice thing.
Oh.
Shut up. She said, don't.
No, it's
Don't.
good.
Aw.
That's a good thing. See, I knew you were kind and good.
Just shush it.
You want to make fun of me doing something with cats.
Don't fucking tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody about the
I
cats.
won't.
Speaking of which, you want me to not tell anybody about this? You have to promise me that you will help me get these cats out of my place, my apartment at the Temple Near, and take them to the Red Dragon Inn tonight.
Oh, okay.
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 Go ahead. Finish.
You made me lose my train of thought.
I got 16
I
cats.
paid off Jeffrey's debts, and when I did, I was talking to Jamal, and he basically we came to this agreement. Like, he didn't feel like it was right for me to do that without stopping Jeffrey from gambling after that.
Oh, because he'll waste the money. Yeah, and gamble again.
Right. But I guess what happened was he caught all my band members off from gambling without telling me.
He told the whole underground not to allow them to gamble.
He did.
That's beautiful.
She kind of giggled. But Falcon's wanting to gamble, but I don't know if I should just talk to him about it or if he's got a disease and it's going to cause a problem.
He kind of looks over at Falcon. You see Falcon just kind of messing around with his instrument a little bit. He's not really paying attention. He's like, okay.
I don't know.
Mac doesn't want to gamble though. He didn't try.
Not as far as I know. I don't think Matt gambles.
You don't have to worry about that. I'll talk to him.
Yeah?
I'll check it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She'll tell him I don't want any confrontation between.
That song was really cool. So was it? It sounded like it. It's just so different. And he turns and looks over
What?
at Falcon. He goes, "That song you guys just played." And he said, "Falcon, how did you feel about that song?" And he like stops and looks at him. He's like, well, it was neat, you know." And Mac came up with that rhythm, and it just kind of flowed. And your lyrics, wow. And Tuffy kind of starts talking to him about the music.
Nice.
And they continue to have a conversation.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Wonderful.
Lily, you make it over to Zira and Gordon over here. You walk up and you see the jet white hair cascading out from her cloak. Her jet white, piercing white.
Ah, you look beautiful today.
You're so sweet.
Not really.
See her hand is hidden, like her cloak is wrapped around it. She's got it inside her cloak.
I'll hand the bag to Gordon.
Okay. Thanks. He takes it. You know, before I did the ritual, I had to count all these fucking coins out again. And I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough bronze on me, but I did.
Honestly,
I don't carry the shit.
Yeah, I honestly forgot you gave it to me.
I think Monarch's the only place that even does anything but gold and platinum, silver. This doesn't copper and bronze over there.
I remember seeing some copper a while ago. Like, I think I have some stash even, but I don't even think I've ever seen bronze as a currency.
Monarch. Anyway, he puts the bag up. He's like, "We were talking about these sisters. I don't know what you got going on." So it looks like you got something going over there, your mom and dad and everything. You everything okay?
Yeah, I think that I was trying to give Bella my childhood. But I don't think that's what she really wants, so...
Trying to adopt more kids.
No, I was trying to get...
Oh, you were trying to get rid of one. Gordon smiles. Well,
I don't even know where the last one I adopted went, like,
she's fine.
so...
You'll see her again. If you want to see her, I can take
She's
it.
with your niece, right?
She is.
Yeah.
She's with my
So
niece.
she doesn't even really need to be living in my apartment anymore.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know, I mean, She'll have to find another place.
I'm just curious, do you know if she picked a school, or has she just been running around with those guys?
I know that she's been to the Wizards College. I can tell you that. Whether or not she's gone to school or not, I don't know.
Okay.
But she's been there.
Okay. Well, that's promising anyway.
Yeah. He kind of looks over at Zira and he's like, she might know something too. And if not, I know Eris does.
What do they know? She looks at Zira.
I don't know anything. Now, Eris, she goes and checks up on them frequently.
Every chance she gets.
Really?
So she might know something. Sure,
Considering that I can't really raise any children, I should probably stop trying to adopt them. Anyway, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
You could be like me.
What do you mean?
Slip with a half-orc who became two beings, and while she was the other being, and he looks over at Eris, right there, yeah, my children.
So you're kind of clear her throat.
Yeah, and I thought my life was complicated. Thanks, Gordon.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do about it, to be honest with you. Especially after everything that's happened. It's insane.
Poor kids. They got 3 moms and a dad. Just smile.
Who's the third mom?
You hear a ghost-like laugh come from inside
Oh.
there. Miranda giggles.
That's right.
Gordon's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're so quiet, I forget you're there, Miranda.
She doesn't say anything. So, she's not going to live with your parents then? What's she gonna do?
I think Myra's just gonna set down some ground rules for her and kind of do like I was trying to do with Yayla.
At that point, you see Myra and Bella come walking towards you guys.
Get her to pick a school and get educated and
She walks past you, Eris. She kind of looks up at you.
Just smile at her.
She smiles.
She'll become a bard. Maybe she'll become a bard. That's what she's thinking to herself.
Okay. She keeps walking with Myra, and they come up to you guys as you're talking to Gordon.
I forgot what I was saying.
Myra's like, so we're gonna take her to the I'm gonna take her to the apartment, and we're gonna give this a go. What I told her was that she needed to talk to you about the room and if it's okay if you stay and if she stays and what exactly the rules are going to be in the house where she comes and goes. So I don't think she should leave by herself ever. She wants to, of course, but I think that someone should go with her if she's going somewhere. So we have some options. I think the Red Rider option would probably be the best. You look at Bella, and Bella has no idea what that means.
Did she say that out loud?
Yeah.
Sarah would kind of giggle.
Know how a Red Rider would feel about
Being a babysitter.
being asked to be a nanny.
Well, I
But-
think it would be more involved than that. I think that a Red Rider could teach you how to use a sword as well. What armor's about, how to wear it. But also I think she should go to school and learn some other things as well. You see Bella just kind of look at her and she's nodding. She's like, seems to be not disagreeing with anything.
mean, I can find out. We are at war right now too, so
I just figured I'd walk into the castle and grab one and say, I need one of you. Grab one that's one of the higher ranking ones. Say, I need one of you to show up at Lily's house with her things, because you're going to be going on a special operations duty task that requires you to leave your post and go to a new one. And whoever they send, they send. And we'll check it out, see how it goes. Other option is put her through the academy with Tatalda, like you said, if that's something that she's interested in. It's not easy.
I'd really not like to see her go that route,
Me neither.
personally.
You see Bella like shaking her head no. Like,
She don't want to do that.
no.
Good.
You can
So-
tell Myra's using it as a form of possible punishment.
Oh goodness.
If she doesn't do what she's supposed to be doing. That's kind of what you... Zira, you know for sure, like she's totally told the child, if you don't do this, I'm going to give you to Tatalda. Like, if you're intelligent, you're just watching it going, yeah. Girl looks terrified.
She would ask Myra in her in telepathy, what does she want to do? Does she know?
She says she wants to hang around people her own age. All she's really saying.
Okay.
So, I'm not opposed to the Red Rider idea, but actually, might be a good idea for somebody to really spend time with her and see where her talents, her natural talents are. And give her a chance to adjust. And
Who do you think that should be if, I guess a Red Rider wouldn't be the perfect choice for that. I just was thinking safety.
yeah.
But, yeah.
Could always hire somebody.
You could. You see Bella kind of look at you guys like,
I know a couple people in some of the temples too. That's always an option.
So,
like what temples? Bella says.
Well,
Temple of
there's
Tarna.
the Temple of Tarna.
Yeah?
Do you like
You
music
guys would
and
let me,
art?
you guys would let me go there? To that school?
Zero would look at Myra.
I guess if that's what you want to do. She's like, yeah, I think so. I think I'd like to do that.
That's a beautifully easy thing that we can
It
accomplish.
is.
Myra says, we'll enroll you in school. I'll talk to Eris and find out what it takes to do all that, and we'll get you set up and find your schedule. In the meantime, go to the apartment. We'll find something to eat. Check your room out. Clean yourself. Bella nods and says thank you and hugs her. And then kind of looks at you and then looks around and then walks away.
Oh.
I'll grab her. As she starts to walk away,
Okay.
I'll step up and grab her and hug her.
Okay.
Tell her it'll be okay.
All right.
You're gonna be fine.
You can tell it's incredibly uncomfortable for her.
I don't care. Lily don't give a shit.
So,
yeah.
we got some options as to what we could do.
We do.
We do.
She leaves. She goes.
Yeah.
She walks past.
No, I was talking about
She
adventuring.
walks past the door of choices right there and then goes out the back way into the thing. And Myra says to you, she says, I taught her the secret word to open the secret door. You're welcome. Go ahead.
I was just saying there's a couple of things we could do. We could go check out your ship. We could go kill the sisters, but I have this feeling with them it's going to require a lot more than just going. What I learned from Alexandria about them is they are deeply involved with Mammon. So if we're gonna start something like that, we better be ready. But if you'd like to go check out your ship, smile at her. If you're looking for something not so heavy.
Right? That actually sounds like it might be a nice break from
Yeah.
what we've recently been dealing with.
Myra just kind of looks at you.
Miss left the rabbit.
Okay.
And let him know she's coming back there. She has rules to follow, and he is not responsible for her.
Okay.
But I will be sending somebody to be responsible for her.
All right.
I don't feel like that was not part of your job description when I hired you.
It's copacetic, man. Whatever you got me to do, I'll do. Yeah, I thought about it. It's whatever I need to do. I work for you. You pay me good. If that means I'm supposed to hang out with a 14-year-old girl that has a crush on me, then that's what that means.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, I ain't doing nothing with her. Trust me.
I think that we're going to enroll her in the Bard School at the Temple of Tarnak.
What?
We're going to put her in school at the Temple of Tarnak.
Okay.
Why is everybody reacting like that? Deal.
You know that place is one big party, right?
I do.
Okay. Don't you know? Like, they were my best customers when I used to sell Black Root before you got me off the streets.
She's not my kid.
That's true.
And I have got to stop acting like all these children are mine. I can only do
I know Yayla uses your name a lot. Mama Lily, she calls you. She says, you want me to tell Mama Lily shit like that? She uses your name all the time, so she looks at you like that.
And I'm never around.
Yeah, I don't think you've seen her like twice, haven't you?
Yeah.
Since she moved in?
Yeah.
She's Spitfire. Yayla.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
As long as she's not pulling any bullshit using my name, I don't mind.
No, I don't think so. Just some clout, you know, to give her some clout in the situation. She's mouthy. She's a mouthy. I like her. I think she's cool as fuck. I love her. She's a great person to hang out with. Yeah.
So, I do think it's important that Bella make friends her own age.
So he says, whatever I need to do, just tell me and let me know. If I don't know, I'll just try to make a good judgment call. You know. Yeah. I'll let you know if anything weird goes down, like, you know.
I just don't want her wandering around the city by herself. You know that I am a constant target,
I do.
and if anybody gets wind of the fact that I care about her,
I understand.
I just
I'll figure something out, man. Especially, you know, if she's going to the Bard's College,
yeah.
dude, I got it covered. I know everybody. I know
Make
everybody.
sure that she's protected.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
She'll be fine there.
Do you need a raise? She laughs.
We can talk about that when you get a chance. You treat me good. I have no complaints.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Later. She
Aeon
just
Zuul.
I'll look. Sorry.
Eris is over at the stage.
Yeah, she's gonna get down and come over.
Gonna
With
come walking
everybody.
over with everyone.
'Cause
Okay.
they're all obviously powwowing, talking about something.
They're talking about something you don't know what it is.
I know, so she's gonna walk over there.
Max, as you leave, Max says it was good playing.
It was. I'm gonna go see what these guys are doing.
Okay. So you come over.
Mm-hmm.
When I finish that conversation.
Which side do you want to be on, right here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
She'll just walk up.
I'll turn and look at Myra and say, White Rabbit has lots of contacts at the Temple of Tiamat,
Okay.
and he has assured me that he can make sure that she's taken care of there.
All right. That's good news.
What's going on?
That's what I wondered. Hedda says from across the bar, looking at you guys. Him and Havoc are sitting there. Gorgain's behind him, kind of sit back in the chair, and you can see he's like kind of dozing off.
Gorgain noticed her snake yet?
Gorgain. No, no,
Nice.
not yet.
Nice. Sorry. Anyway.
No one has yet. You haven't brought it out.
We're just trying to get Bella taken care of so we can get on with whatever we need to do.
Looks like you got that under control, Gordon says. So, what now? We going after the sisters, or we taking another trip on a treasure hunt?
What kind of treasure hunt?
Well, if we're going back to Warkeep and we're not going inside the city, we're just going to the bay, we could take the Velvet Beetle, the Spelljammer, and go.
Yeah, I haven't even. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember the last time that I talked to
Cecilia?
Cecilia. Cecilia. Goodness, she'll be excited.
What do you call her? Your lieutenant?
She's my first mate.
There you go, that one. That's it.
I remember when we met her, she had a fascination with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes a good navigator,
Ares.
whatever you call it, person that takes care of your ship. You know.
Yeah. Ares would say
She's-
she. Sorry.
She's at the headquarters right now. I know that, Gordon says. The ship's inside the HQ.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. Why not?
Is everybody good?
He stands up and telepathies to everybody. He goes, let's go to HQ. Everybody's like, cool. So, you come out and you get it. You come out of Lily's apartment right there next to the Bear's Den, and then right next to the well right there.
We're on my magic carpet.
Okay. It'll hold 6.
Climb up on it.
You and 5 others.
She'll let everybody else figure their shit out like she always does.
Okay.
0. Climb up on it probably.
Okay.
I will begin.
If nobody else does.
Myra and Mao will climb up on it, and Tatalda.
I'll begin to cast.
Okay. What are you casting?
Thorn Steed.
Okay. When you do that, Myra will hop off and get on the horse behind you.
I was wondering what was wrong with you.
Didn't know you were gonna do that, she says.
It'll bring 2 of them.
So we'll just, there's several ways you guys could get there.
It'll bring 2 of them. Does Myra hop on the back of her horse?
Yes.
0, get off and get on one of them.
Okay.
She's never gotten to ride one of them before.
Okay. Tuffy will get on the carpet then.
Cool.
Gordon runs and jumps over the
Yeah. Fucking psycho.
Over the
I knew
wall.
that. Fucking show.
turns into a fucking partial ghost and goes shooting down towards the headquarters. The headquarters located right here in the Market District. Heroes headquarters, 20.
Nice. Shoot off.
Yep.
Go.
All right, you guys get there. You go in the front door. Fireplace is running, and the place looks very welcoming. And you guys head in.
You can tell Era's redecorated since the last time
Yeah.
everybody was there.
Since you guys were here last, Eris has redecorated, and there's patchwork everything everywhere. It's all over the place.
Giant statues of different
Statues
deities.
of deities. The place is really decorated. It looks completely different.
Nice. Good.
Before it was rigid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's bright and colorful all over the place.
Cozy, I bet.
Yeah, so you guys make your way upstairs to the Velvet Beetle, and you walk into the port area, the bay area. top floor of the headquarters. You see the egg-shaped, iridescent purples and greens and blues shimmer on it. The vessel as it's sitting there.
Telepathy,
Cecilia.
Cecilia. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with the name tonight. I telepathy her and permission to board.
Oh my God, yes. Where are we going? You see the door open with the stairs that go up into it.
Go in.
Okay. As soon as you come in, Lily, you feel the helm, the major helm up in the front, the one that you are connected to. You know, the one the rear she's connected to, and you walk in and you can start to feel through the ship. You feel the barbarians. You hear.
We left all those barbarians on the ship.
You feel the barbarians. They're down in their headquarters and stuff like that in the ship, in the bowels of the ship. You can go through all the rooms and stuff. You see Bethany up in medical bay. Tuffy's ex-girlfriend, the vampire. She's Beatrix Roth's daughter. She's up in the medical bay. You can feel her.
She look happy? She feel happy?
So you can feel her. You want to go look at her?
Yeah.
Okay, so you zoom through the walls really quick, and like you're looking right through a wall. You see her. She's got some beakers in front of her, and she's pouring different liquids in, and there's smoke coming out of one of them. She seems happy, yeah.
Nice.
She says, "Where are we going?" She says, "Where are we going?"
We are going to the east side of Warheat. There is a half-sunken ship that I think we're going to go and retrieve it if possible.
So
I found this necklace that controls it. A couple of different things. We should probably all meet in the war room with the barbarians and everything. Make a plan. Let everybody know what's going on. Unless you want to do that for me.
Well, they left for a while. They took like a week vacation. I don't know where they went, but they just got back and they're all fucking crashed out. They're all sleeping. They had a big feast, and they're all sleeping right now. Not exactly sure
We'll leave them rest.
what happened, but that's what they're doing.
Okay. We should be able to handle it. We shouldn't be that hell. Is Raytar on board?
He is.
Okay. Cool.
So we want to be super careful. Vera would say this. We want to be super careful flying over Warkeep. Because if you remember Clip's warning about the dragons and also the what are they called? I've lost my mind. Griffins?
Wyverns.
Wyverns. There it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wyverns. Lost my mind.
Yeah.
And then we were given a warning about shark people.
We were.
So that's the other thing we're gonna have to be aware of.
So Lily will start telling her that. You know, here's
So we can't come within a mile of it, or was it 10 miles?
yeah.
It was 10 miles. You
It
can't come within
was.
10 miles in the air. So,
Ooh,
but
Zero would stop. Hold on. Look at Lily and be like, I don't go get 5 more zombies before we leave. Any undead that are within a mile of me over there are gonna flock to us.
Mm. You want to go real quick?
yeah, I failed to mention that she's carrying a mutated, evolved Juju zombie with her.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's about 8 feet tall, 7-8 feet tall, and it's walking behind her, just staring at her.
Mm.
Havoc keeps trying to like move out of the way of him and shit.
Is he walking where Havoc usually walks?
Yeah. Havoc finally resolves to the fact that he can walk next to you
There you go.
instead of behind you now,
There you
and the guy's back there.
That's much better.
That's what you always wanted.
Yeah. Anyway, if we could stop by the Temple of Mira and just let me pick up 5 zombies really quick.
Okay.
If she can stay within a mile of us, I can keep them on the ship, and then we won't have to worry about zombies gravitating to us while we're trying to get this done.
Tuffy kind of looks to the side, and you see him pull out a scroll, and he casts a spell and opens up a gate with his hand, and you see some zombies, some juju zombies, and he just kind of looks at them, and they go. They turn towards you and start walking towards the gate.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Until they step through it. You feel you get control of them.
Cool.
After you get 5 of them, the rest of them stop.
Cool.
Go back to what they're doing, and
Thank you,
Tuffy will
Tuffy.
close the
Appreciate that.
gate. He says, I've got enough of these now that we can use them instead of worrying about teleports and
That's amazing.
issues.
Wonderful.
So, Cecilia meets you on the deck. You know, she finds you, gives you a hug.
Hey, I'm give her a big hug.
Cecilia. So good to see you. I'm glad things have worked out well.
I've missed you and the ship.
So, you succeeded. The blast of light and then darkness, I'm assuming that means you succeeded.
It does. It does. And released from the quests. So
Oh,
now we can go back to doing whatever we want.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, right? So a couple of things. Within a 10-mile radius of the Warkeep, we gained some information when we were over there this last time. We met this person, his name's Clip. And he told us that within a 10-mile radius that the air is more dangerous than anything else because there are dragons, wyverns, that whole thing. Now, I don't know if that extends out into the ocean,
Probably.
but I would think so.
Yes.
Um,
You know that Gordon told you 10-mile radius around the city is
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah.
That you'll be noticed if you go within that area in the air for sure.
so,
He says, you know, we can't, teleporting in will will attract their attention as well.
yeah.
Any traversion into the city by the means of magic will gain their attention. Anything within a 10-mile radius. So we have to transport 10 miles. You know, we can go down Darken Road again, or we can go down that coastal road,
We could go
This-
in the water.
the
too.
seaside coastal road, or we could go in the water. We could take the
That
ship
was
in the
exactly what I
water.
was thinking.
Is that what you're thinking?
It was.
Okay.
I've taken it underwater before.
Yeah,
I think it was
it will go underwater.
super helpful doing that before.
I'm game to try. You
So
know.
one thing is we also learned that there are what is called shark people in that area of the ocean.
Yeah, Gordon says we're sharks. Yeah.
Were sharks, and that there's supposedly an underwater city of them near there.
Gordon's like, I feel like we will be in danger if there's an attempt to bring a craft close to this city. I'm not opposed to trying it, but we better be on the lookout of being discovered or...
So go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering how far away I have to be. Or how close I have to be to control it.
Gotcha.
I know when I put the necklace on, I could feel it from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
So I don't know.
Probably isn't a distance then if you can feel it. Did you try to get? I guess it can't move, right?
It's shipwrecked. I didn't try because there was so much else going on at the time.
Gotcha.
I was also in the Temple of Nero when I did it, so.
So
Yeah.
Eris would say so.
So is this like a helm?
Not really.
Kinda.
Kind of, but different.
Go ahead.
Eris would say, so me and Zero both have these cloaks that you put them on, and if they get wet, you turn into a manta ray. If we need to actually be in the water, if we can't take the ship that close.
Tuffy says, well, I will suggest that water breathing spell is necessary for this endeavor. So I have those. I can pick them up at the temple. If you'll give me a moment, and, if we're going to go underwater, I will try to do the best I can to provide the spells that we will need. Spells work differently underwater if that's our plan. If we have to work underwater to get this ship out.
Work differently, what do you mean?
Spells have different effects depending on what they are underwater. Underwater combat is something that I studied when I was young, very young. I remember some of the things.
We would be at a huge disadvantage with were sharks.
We would.
How much does a ship weigh?
This ship or that ship?
That ship.
I have no idea.
So by the size of it right there, you really don't know. It's just like the tip of a ship. You don't know how big it is. The rest of it's underwater or something. You don't know. It would be a guess. It'd be a guess. What it's too much for us to lift.
Well,
Anyway.
Zero would say my thought was is me and Eris both have those wands of
Not enough.
telekinesis.
Not even close.
But there's 2,500 pounds each, so if there were 4 of them, I was wondering if it could. Not even close.
2.5 tons is not enough. It's minimum 30 tons, probably bigger than that.
So I'm gonna pull the necklace out
Okay.
from my bag and put it on.
It glows again. It does that. And you connect to the ship, and then it goes off. You feel it off in the distance, long way away on the eastern coast. You can feel the connection.
I close my eyes and attempt to see it.
So nothing happens as far as actually seeing the ship. But when you invoke it to do so, you feel this magic that basically tells you need to be on the ship to see it. Like it almost tells you, almost not in words, just in empathy, that for it to work, you have to come to the ship. You don't know why, you don't know details. It's almost like it's intelligent, but it's not. There's no conversation. It's just an empathy that comes from it. Yeah.
So I'll let everybody else say that. So
Almost a distress coming off of it.
I'll relay that to everybody.
Okay.
I can feel the ship like it's distressed.
Yeah, it's shipwrecked.
Like I can't see it, but I feel like if I were on it, I might not have the same ability as I do with this ship.
Wait, you're saying it's intelligent?
I can feel it. Like there's an empathy there. It's not like like that damn sword that got me that one time
Yeah,
that talks.
yeah, like that.
Kind of like that, but more empathy than conversation.
So,
Eris would say that's how my instrument is. I understand what you're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I totally get what you mean.
Gordon goes, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So, back to. I just don't know. I have so many questions. I have so many questions. So, like, if we get there and I somehow am able to get on the ship, if it's broken and shipwrecked, I'm wondering if I would even be able to get it up out of the water.
I don't know. I'm willing to go check it out, though.
Yeah, but I think sneakery is the best way to do it.
So,
What time of day is it?
it's around 11 o'clock.
In the morning?
Midday, yeah, about 11 o'clock.
Middle of the day, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be super noticeable.
Maybe we should wait till nightfall. Take the ship in and see how close we can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
So there's a shelf there, so we could maybe hide on that shelf and not be seen from the city, just by ships that might be passing over.
Gotcha.
So we could wait till nightfall and head that way.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, so you guys gonna wait till dark, speed time, kind of get all your shit together.
Yeah.
Let Tuffy get the scrolls he needs
Uh,
and all that kind of stuff.
Before he goes, I'll ask him, actually no.
Okay.
Go try to select the Alexandria.
Okay. Yes.
Do you have those books yet?
No.
I'm just in town right now, so I thought I would check while I was here.
So it would be 3 days from now, she thinks.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you again.
You're welcome. So you're gonna gather all your shit, get all that shit done, get ready to go.
Yep.
Get in the ship and head that way. So Cecilia guides the craft, along the ground, laying right above the ground, flying. You know what I mean? Like you guys have never really taken it to space yet. You haven't had the balls or the guts or the whatever you want to call it to go that far with it. But you have gone underwater with it before, so you get about 15 miles north, and she goes underwater with it, and eventually you'll find the shelf, and she goes up, and she'll go under the shelf about 200 feet or so, and as you're going, that shelf keeps dropping down and down and down and down, so you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper. She asks if you want her to go up higher, like ignore what's on the ground, following the bottom, and go up along the shelf up higher, or wait until you get there.
Just wait until we get there.
Okay. So you go for a ways, and this shelf right here is the shelf I'm talking about. And this is the deep part over here on sorry, you're not seeing anything, are you?
Mm-mm.
So this is the shelf that I'm talking about right here. And then the deep part is out here. I'd say maybe a quarter of a mile away from War Keep, underwater, deep down, you see lights. Lots and lots of lights. Like a city underwater.
Tell her stay away from there.
It's out pretty far away from the shore, you feel me?
Okay.
It's not close to the shore. It's like a quarter mile or more, maybe half a mile, you're not sure. She continues to go along the shelf, and you're down low enough that it's pretty dark down here. She starts using the lights on the ship to shine everything so you can see what you're looking at. When you come up to where the city of Warkeep is, right where that shipwreck would be, roughly where that shipwreck would be, you notice a huge cave-like structure that is probably 65, 70 feet wide and the same in height, directly under the docks there at Warkeep. And on the bottom of the floor right there, you can see debris that looks like a shipwreck. And you realize it might be the other half of the ship that's up top. Your necklace, however, is pointing you, telling you that the ship, through an empathic connection, is in that cave, underwater, down there. And as you look, it looks like maybe it's been drug as she kind of comes close with the ship and the lights go on it. Looks like something was drug into that cave. Parts of the ship. And she's like, I don't know what's in there, but we should be wary of that.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Should we go up and check, or? And you're like, you can feel it's down here. Whatever it is that's calling to you is down here. It's not up there.
I'm like, no. Whatever is calling to me through this necklace is here. It's down.
So your ship will fit in there, I believe. What's the width of that ship? Remember?
I have it all right here.
It's basically a 70-foot tall by 60-foot wide, 65-foot wide cave entrance. So I think it's 65 feet wide and 120 feet long, I think, kind of egg-shaped.
There she is. Yes, 60 by 120.
60 by 120, so long. So it's 60 high, 60 wide. It'll barely fit into that cave entrance. She kind of comes down and puts the lights on it, and you can see that it goes into some kind of room that's bigger than the entrance.
Eyes
Do
open,
you want me
everybody.
to divinate before we walk in here? Or swim in here? Or
Yeah,
yeah?
absolutely.
Gordon's like, from the orb, right?
Yeah.
And it's not connected to her now.
It's
It's
not.
connected with Nira.
It is.
It's a good thing.
I believe it doesn't disconnect from her after that, right?
You haven't connected with it yet to see, but
Okay, so I'll pull it out.
Yeah.
And connect with it.
yeah, it's Nira. You can feel her.
Fucking amazing. That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how many communes?
25
25?
has 25 communes in it.
Okay. I gotta think about my question.
And you know that when it resets, you know what happens to you. So
Yeah. It's
price, it's ugly.
Always the price.
So I gotta think about my question. Hold on. What did you call those shark people?
Were sharks?
Were sharks?
But I don't know. I don't think they're down here. Unless that's their city. But this seems awful deep. I don't know. I don't know much
So
about them.
she'll ask Lily to open up part of the ship just where it's see-through, where she can see.
It already is.
It is,
Where you
okay.
guys are, you can see the entrance.
Okay.
You can see down there. It's all lit up.
So-
Basically, the craft itself becomes transparent. Should have said that. You guys knew that, but
So she'll look in it and she'll ask. She'll invoke the commune.
Okay.
And hold on. I know how you are, so these questions got to be like specific. Are there any were sharks in this cave that I'm looking at?
no.
So there are no were sharks in there. That's good. Any other questions? That was the most important one I could think of.
If we try this ship in there, we'll. I don't know. Gordon says you're the one that words it.
What do you want to know? And maybe I can word
We're
it
gonna get
better.
harmed if we drive the ship in there. Something's gonna happen.
It's kind of a circumstantial question.
That's what I thought.
I guess that would depend on like what we do, and even like if there was something in there that we would go into combat with, will we be harmed? Well, I don't know. Like,
Right.
it depends
So-
on what we do. You feel me?
Is there danger?
Or traps. Or enemies.
That's the third
Sorry.
question.
I know.
So the danger thing is circumstantial as well, because obviously it's dangerous because we can't breathe underwater.
Mm.
Enemies, like, I don't know, like, they're not enemies yet, but if there were
Right.
any current enemies, that question would work.
He looks over at you, Lily. He's like, "It's up to you." And Cicely, I mean, I feel kind of out of my own element here underwater. This is different.
It is different. And we're also talking about going into basically the underground of the working.
Possibly. This is. So you figure it's about a mile down from Worky. So it very well could have an underground down here. You don't know.
And still be under the same protection.
Gordon's like, well, if detect magic, maybe
Could do that.
true sight, something. Excuse me.
So- Yeah, I will pull out my orb
Okay.
And connect with it
Okay.
and invoke a true sight.
Okay. It works. You look through the cave in the water, you don't see any magic at all. You don't see anything abnormal. It looks completely natural. No traps. Looks safe to you. And you know, you would pick anything up. I mean, it's a powerful spell, true sight. Unless somebody went through a lot of powerful stuff to hide something, you're pretty sure that it's okay.
I don't see anything. I don't see any magic. I don't see any traps. I don't see anything.
At that point, Tuffy says, how many of us are going to go outside this ship? Because he reaches in his pouch and he pulls out 6 rings. I have 6 water breathing rings. But that's all I have. And they're from the temple, of course, but and as some of you had druidic magic, these are constant. A spell would just be temporary.
So Zira and Ares both have those cloaks
They do.
that turn you into a manta ray, so
Yep.
they're good.
Okay. So you'd have to be a manta ray the whole time
I
if
guess
it's
so.
constantly underwater. But that, that's like you have no ability. No, you're a manta ray.
Actually, I didn't think about that.
Well, is it safe?
Yeah, I don't see anything unless somebody really powerful went through a lot.
So
This-
Cecilia will slowly start to inch the ship towards it, and the lights will go in, and it just looks like it's water in a cavern of some sort of large cavern. She goes through the entrance, and when she gets on the other side, she starts to lift up just a little bit to get an idea where the room is, and you guys come out of the water.
Oh shit.
And you see a beach-like area with a huge gate and a wall that's been built, and on the outside it's all kind of like a cave, but this gate and this wall goes somewhere. It's man-made, or something made, you're not sure what, and you don't see anybody or see anything
I
there.
feel again to see how
It's
close
in that direction. So you're way underwater, which is odd that this has no water in it. It's so strange.
It's through there.
Well, Tuffy's like, an away team?
Oh, what?
An away team? We're going away?
Yeah.
So Cecilia kind of drives the ship, floats it over to the side of where the sand is, and then kind of docks, not really, just floats there, and she says, I can open up anytime you want. I will stay here.
Who wants to go? And who wants to stay?
Gorgain's like, I'm gonna go. Hedda's like, well, if he's going, I'm going.
Yeah, I've missed you guys.
Havoc's like, I go with Zira.
Zira's gone, for sure.
Shorty's
I'll
like,
go.
well, go.
Ares too. You guys aren't going without me?
Myra's like,
Goodness, is it all of us? Are
count
we
me
all
in.
going?
Paul and Mal are like, we're going too. We're not separating again.
Again, right?
Not happening.
So, Celia, you have the ability to wake those barbarians if you need help.
She nods. Oh, I know. Or if you do.
I do have the teleport rod specifically to get back on the ship
Okay.
in my bag.
All right.
I just haven't had the need to use
Ares
it.
would say I have one in my hat.
Nice. Beautiful.
You guys get all geared up, go. She lowers the step down. You guys walk onto this sandy beach. Now she has the lights on so you can see. If she didn't have lights on, you couldn't see. It would be pitch black. And it lights it up really well, and the sandy beach just kind of goes up to a gate. And you can see carvings up there on the gate. It's made of a mortared stone with some sort of like arch entryway that has a gate on it, like a normal gate that has bars on it and everything. And above it, there's some sort of writing.
Does true sights show any magic?
No magic.
Can I roll my legends and lore for that writing?
So you'd have to get closer to it to actually look at it and read it. You guys walk down the stairs and onto the beach.
Yes. Eris will take out her magic carpet
Okay.
and sit on it.
Okay.
Float. And she goes, I just don't want to.
Okay.
Don't touch nothing.
Everybody else kind of just gets, they just walk in the sand. You got the carpet by yourself.
Everybody's welcome to sit on the carpet, of course. But
Okay.
she's gonna.
Tuffy walks over and he's like, he hops up. Mal's like, why not? He gets on. Three, you were on there right now.
Nice.
Everybody else starts making their way up to the gate. You're gonna fly up there
Yeah.
faster than everybody. 24. Or
No, I'll stay with everybody.
stay with everybody. Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay with everybody.
You get up to the gate. And you see some sort of writing on there. So you got true sight on. So you know the meaning of it, but you don't know. Yeah, actually, no, you do. Do you? So it's some sort of water tongue. You know that. And it says the Temple of Watery Evil is what it says on it.
Does comprehend languages work for writing too? Or just speaking?
No, just speaking.
Just speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you understand that it's some sort of water tongue, and that's what it says. What do you guys do?
I tell everybody what it says.
So you could see through the bars of the gate, and it's some sort of hallway that just goes off in the distance and then kind of slightly turns to the left.
So, can I roll my legends and lore on like this gate in this place? What did it say?
The Temple of Watery Evil.
Yeah, can I roll
That's what it
legends
says.
and lore on that? Maybe?
Sure.
Under 80?
So you had read somewhere in a book about the Temple of Elemental Evil, an ancient place. And in that book you also read about other evil elemental locations that it mentions. And it mentions the Temple of Watery Evil being a site where some sort of druidic magic was turned to a dark side in conjunction with the conjuration magic, and that they somehow connected the elemental plane of water to the prime material plane. You don't know if that's this place or not, but it might be. It might very well be.
That's crazy. So yeah, she would.
With that, we are going to stop for the evening. As we stop, you receive a telepathic message.
Oh goodness. Who?
Zero.
Zira?
So I know that you understand that in Orcish culture, for someone to challenge you is a duel to the death. I had 15 of those today, and sucked the souls of each and every one. I am in the war keep. I am lost, but I seek my vengeance. All about me is the smell of dragons, evil, and death. And for some odd reason, I feel Now I wonder if you should even come back. I'm not sure if you should see who I've become. Thank you guys for coming. Like, subscribe, share. We've had a great time. Can't wait till we come back to the Temple of Watery Evil on our next episode. Goodbye.
There's a gift inside the old gods granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? You wanna be. We are here.